Welcome to Raaonline Anatomy lecture series. Today we are going to see an important abdominal viscera which is functionally and clinically very important. When we think about abdomen, we think about digestion. The digestive juices pour into this part of the small intestine. Yes, it is duodenum, the proximal, the smallest part of small intestine. This is the competency for any abdominal viscera in phase 1 MBBS based on CBME curriculum. Based on this competency, today we are going to discuss duodenum under the following headings: anatomical position, external features which includes the shape, extent, parts, internal features, important peritoneal and other relations, blood supply, nerve supply, lymphatic drainage and the applied aspects. The word duodenum is derived from Greek dodecadactylus, meaning 12 fingers. The length of the duodenum approximates to the breadth of 12 fingers. It is the proximal part of the small intestine and it is the dilated and the fixed part of small intestine. The rest of the small intestine, that is jejunum and ileum, have their own peritoneal fold called as mesentery. But duodenum is a retroperitoneal organ which is devoid of mesentery. Duodenum is located opposite to L1, L2, L3 vertebrae. It is a small part. It is a retroperitoneal organ. It is located opposite to L1, L2 and L3 vertebra. It starts at the pyloric end of the stomach and it ends at the duodenojejunal junction. It is roughly C-shaped structure. It is not a smooth C, but it has two bends, one at the upper end, another at the lower end. These are called as superior duodenal flexure and inferior duodenal flexure. Since it is C-shaped, it is also called as C-intestine. Duodenum is divided into 4 parts for convenience of study. The first part is also called as the superior part or the upper part is 5 centimeters. The second part, which is also called as the vertical part or the descending part, is 7.5 centimeters. The third part is the horizontal part, which is 10 centimeters, and the fourth part is the ascending part, which is the smallest part, about 2.5 centimeters. Overall length of duodenum is 25 centimeters. The first part extends from the pyloric end at the level of L1 to superior duodenal flexure. It extends in an upward, backward direction towards the right, towards the superior duodenal flexure for about 5 centimeters. Since it is running in a backward direction, the surface projection of the first part is only about 2.5 centimeters. The second part, which is the vertical part, extends from the superior duodenal flexure vertically downwards to the inferior duodenal flexure. This is located in the paravertebral gutter on the right side. The third part, which is the horizontal part, extends from the inferior duodenal flexure along the lower border of L3 vertebra till it reaches the fourth part, where it turns upwards to form the ascending part of the duodenum. The fourth part, which is the smallest part, is the ascending part. It extends from the L3 vertebra to the upper border of the L2 vertebra. It is only about 2.5 centimeters. The relations of the duodenum. So to understand the relations of any abdominal viscera, it is important to understand the location of or the position of various abdominal viscera in the abdomen. This is like packing a suitcase. Over the bottom of the suitcase, we place a layer of cloth. Over that, we place some objects, and above that, we place another layer of cloth, and we close the suitcase. The abdominal cavity is similarly packed like that. with the organs. Over the posterior abdominal wall, this is the posterior abdominal wall. Over the posterior abdominal wall, the retroperitoneal organs are placed. Over that, a layer of peritoneum is covering. And over that, we see the organs with the peritoneal folds. When we dissect, we open the anterior abdominal wall. We take the organs which are having the peritoneal folds. Then we can see the peritoneum, the shiny peritoneum covering the retroperitoneal organs. Then we dissect this and see the retroperitoneal organs. We remove the retroperitoneal organs to see the posterior abdominal wall. This is similar to unpacking the suitcase layer by layer from the top to the bottom. So if we know the relation, or if we know the position of all these structures in the abdominal cavity, we can easily understand the position of any abdominal viscera.